So hey guys, this is David Frederickson. I'm back with another video. This video is on BCAAs versus EAAs. My opinion, I'm not a doctor. I'm a personal trainer, a lot of information. I've done it all. So I'm gonna be doing supplement videos here and there too. And this is only my opinion. You guys can have your own opinion. You can read tons of articles on there where people say EAAs are better, BCAAs are better. BCAAs build muscle, EAAs build muscle, BCAAs don't, EAAs don't. So all this, there's all kinds of hype out there as far as information. So I have 3 articles here. They're not cherry picked. All I did was went through and found 3 of the articles that I've researched in the past that were not for the elderly, because a lot of these articles or studies were done on for elderly patients or patients that actually have metabolic syndromes and stuff like that. So we're going to get right into this, but first I want to say, let's do this. Afterwards, I'm going to tell you how I train and what I use, okay? So I'm going to start with this first article, where the effects of a combined essential amino acid carbohydrate supplementation on muscle mass, architecture, and maximal strength following heavy load training, okay? We're going to go to pretty much the last paragraph or 2 of this article here, and I'll do that on all of them. Read pretty much the conclusions. I'll put links to all these down below so you can read the whole thing. This one is EAA ingestion resulted in greater changes in muscle architecture. These data, as they say, this data indicates that EAA supplementation has a positive effect on muscle hypertrophy and architecture, and that such a nutritional intervention seems to be more effective in subjects having lower nitrogen balance and or lower initial strength. So if someone's trying to get stronger, that could be considered lower initial strength. If you're a newbie, it could be considered lower initial strength. Nitrogen balance basically is just if you're not consuming enough protein. So let's say you can't get enough protein in the day, people are just consuming the recommended amount by the RDA, 56 grams for a man and 46 grams for women, which is way too low, or anything lower than their body weight in protein, or 0.8 per pound of lean body mass. So EAAs are beneficial and do result in muscle protein synthesis on that when it comes to that. Next article I want to talk about is going to be, this is anabolic response to essential amino acids plus whey protein composition is greater than whey protein alone in young healthy adults. So this is a study that we're going to go to the conclusion here that if you combined if you did whey protein, and then you get a muscle protein spike, muscle repair spike, if you combine EAAs with whey protein, you get even a more heightened spike. Okay, now this is just EAAs, so don't think that this applies to BCAAs. Don't think that this applies to leucine alone. Okay, this is having the complete essential amino acids, and we'll talk about the difference between essential and non-essential amino acids after, when I tell you what I do. So the conclusion on this article with the whey by itself and the whey and EAAs together, we conclude that there is an interactive effect between free EAA and whey protein that makes their combination highly anabolic in a dose-dependent manner that exceeds the anabolic response to a whey protein-based supplement by itself, approximately by 3 to 6-fold for the lower and high dosages of free EAAs plus protein, respectively, when elevated on a gram-for-gram basis. So if you combine, this is basically saying that they found that if you combine EAAs with whey protein before or after your training, you can actually increase muscle protein synthesis 3 to 6-fold. It's crazy. Where have you heard that before? I mean, I have. I'll tell you exactly how I do it. That's what's genetics are not on my side. If you look at my family, I have done it all because I am not genetically gifted. I have friends that have said, "Oh, Dave, yeah, you got good genetics." Oh, hell no. No offense, mom and dad or family members. So this next article is branch chain amino acids and muscle protein synthesis in humans. Myth or reality? Question mark. So this is basically a study on does the branched chain amino acids spike muscle protein synthesis. And there's a lot of good YouTubers out there that will tell you the truth. There's some of them out there that sell branched chain amino acids part of their YouTube channel, and they don't really tell you that this ain't gonna make your muscles grow. Okay, so this one here is a conclusion. A significant increase in the rate of muscle protein synthesis requires adequate availability of all amino acids. The source of EAAs for muscle protein synthesis in the post-absorption state is the free intracellular pool. Intercellular free amino acids that are available for incorporation into protein are derived from muscle protein breakdown. So what they're saying is in the protein pool, so let's say you take branched chain amino acids in our blood, which is the pool, you have other amino acids that are floating around, not because you consumed them, but your body's making some, and also some being broken down from your muscle tissue. Under normal conditions, about 70% of EAAs released by muscle protein breakdown are reincorporated into muscle protein, 70%. The efficiency of reincorporation of EAAs from protein breakdown back into muscle protein can only be increased to a limited extent. So even though it's 70%, it's still limited. For this fundamental reason, a dietary supplement of BCAAs alone cannot support an increased rate of muscle protein synthesis. The availability of the other EAAs, essential amino acids, will rapidly become rate limiting for accelerated protein synthesis. So as your body's breaking down muscle tissue, it is already kind of trying to repair it, grabbing those other amino acids, to where taking branched amino acids is not going to give you a combination of the full spectrum of essential amino acids as your body's producing the non-essential amino acids as well. Okay, so consistent with this perspective, the few studies in humans subjects have reported decreases rather than increases in muscle protein synthesis after intake of branched amino acids. So there have literally been studies that report more muscle breakdown taking branched amino acids while you train. We conclude that dietary branched amino acid supplements alone do not promote muscle protein anabolism or repair. Okay, so with those three studies, I'm going to go jump into essential amino acids and non-essential amino acids. Now, non-essential amino acids our bodies can produce on their own. There's probably about 22. Essential amino acids, there's 9 of them. Branched amino acids, there's 3. Okay, these 3 amino acids, and I read a study by Jordan Trumland a while back, where he was saying where he incorporated branched amino acids with whey protein, and the spike wasn't what he thought it was going to be. And his conclusion was that the reason why those 3 amino acids do not spike muscle protein synthesis is because they all use the same uptake pathway within the body. So they're fighting to actually be thrown into the blood for muscle repair. Okay, so these are just 3 of the essential amino acids. An EAA blend, this is one that I just have now. This is Gorilla Mode, great company. Okay, I just ordered another one that was inexpensive. I think it was, shoot, what was the name of it? But anyways, they're all good products. One thing you want to concentrate on, whether you are consuming, as far as in purchasing EAAs or BCAAs, like I said, it's going to be your choice. I'm just giving you information. EAAs or BCAAs, is you do not want to get one that has a proprietary blend. So if it says EAAs and it just kind of gives you the EAAs and it just says 7 grams, but they're not actually telling you how much leucine, how much isoleucine, how much this and that in there, and it's a proprietary blend, turn away from it. I don't care who it is. I think BPI has one, which is a good company, but I won't purchase it because I don't know how much leucine's in it. Because leucine is the primary driver for Kickstarter for muscle protein synthesis. And you need 2 to 2.5 grams of leucine in these products to actually, in EAAs at least, to actually spike muscle protein synthesis, and in food. So that's why you want to eat 30 grams of protein per meal, whether it's spaced out between 3, 4, or 5 meals. So that's going to give you a good spike in muscle protein synthesis. How do I take these? Okay, I obviously I have 2 of them because I just showed you them. Okay, and I'm not particularly more fond of this product over another. I just make sure that I can read the ingredients in the label. And I do like the flavor of the Gorilla Mode. It's good. There's other ones that are good as well. Oh, I just bought Grunt. That's what it was by, well, if you put in Grunt on Amazon, you can see who that's by. And the only reason why is because it was like 15-20% off and got it for a good price. Extend, I've tried BPIs, branched amino acids, just their BCAAs, because they actually put their how much leucine is in it. How do I use these? Okay, I will never use BCAAs when I'm in a deficit, never. And the reason why is because I have noticed repair and recovery is good, but muscle tissue breakdown on me, because I have to be on it to maintain my muscle, does happen in a deficit, whether you're taking BCAAs or not. But I feel more of an increase of muscle protein breakdown. That's just me, okay? I'm not saying that's you. I'm not saying that's everybody. Like I said, we all have our own opinions. I'm just telling you what I run into. EAAs are the only thing I will take because I literally notice and feel that I am holding on to more muscles in a deficit where I train with EAAs, okay? And the only time I will use branched amino acids is if I'm running maintenance or if I'm in a surplus, where I am consuming food and protein before and after, which I do in a deficit too, but I'm also consuming carbs during my training, at least 20 grams, because when you train, you probably, there's been some studies that I read, you probably use up anywhere between 20 and 30 carbs. So what I do is supply myself, sometimes even in a deficit, with 20 grams of carbs to allow my body to use the glucose for energy rather than using or wanting to use the amino acids being broken down from my muscles. Okay, because I think it's a bad thing to train your body to actually use branched amino acids or any kind of essential amino acid for energy. It's almost like telling your body it's okay. And I'd rather my body use fat or carbohydrates, just my opinion. Okay, and I do not take them during training, to be honest with you. I will take them with the meal before, like the study said, with whey, and I'll take it with the meal afterwards to spike muscle protein synthesis with 25 grams of protein, whey protein, okay? And with some fruit. So I have fruit before, fruit after, because I train in the morning and glycogen levels in the liver are lower in the morning, and I'm just replenishing that, plus replenishing energy through my body, okay? Little tip there, okay? So I hope you guys benefit from this. I hope I gave you some concrete information. I prefer EAAs over anything. Give it a try yourself, or you can use it. It does work for me. 13 minutes, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Keeping the videos shorter. I'm trying to get everything nailed down for you guys so you're not sitting around watching me just talking blah, 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 babble on. And I'm gonna leave it at this before 14 minutes hits. Drink your water, eat your fruits, and eat your vegetables. And we'll see you next time.